Hey gang, welcome to a vlog. It's been, a couple of years since I've done a vlog. This is totally spontaneous. I don't have the text in front of me. But man, this text rocked me today. It was so good. Wow, I hardly know where to start. So the first place I'll start, I'll just take I guess you'd say a little side trail, a little rabbit trail. Excuse me. COVID cough. I'm better. I am better. I just still have the cough. Man, I just loved the part when the son came home. Oh, the way the father loved him. He didn't even let him finish his speech. He just loved him. And he didn't deserve it. He just loved him. That was so beautiful. And then the older son, there's the one I can really relate to, right? So the older son, let's see if I can turn my blower off here so it's not so loud. I just found it really interesting, the exchange between the father and the older son, and how the father loved the older son too, begging him to come into the party. But what got me was the realization, maybe I realized this before, I don't know, I haven't even listened to my vlog from 2 years ago. But what got me was the question that I'd been kind of wrestling around with since the beginning of this trilogy. The first story being the lost sheep, the second story being the lost coin, and the third story being the lost son. And it really struck me in the first story when it said that heaven rejoices more over a sinner who has repented than the righteous who have no need for repentance. You know, part of me is like, well, maybe there's no such thing as a righteous person who doesn't need repentance. So maybe he's just making a point of thinking you're righteous. Okay, maybe. But what hit me in today's reading, I feel like Jesus answered my question because of what the father told the son. When the father said, hang on, let me get in the correct turning lane here. Okay. When the son said, I have been with you, serving you, obeying everything you say this whole time, and you never even gave me a goat to party with my friends. Well, there's a lot in the son's response there to unpack, but what I want to get to, the nugget of what hit me, and that was what the father said to him. He said, my son, you have been with me the whole time, and everything I have is yours. And I realized I think that's my answer. The reason he rejoices more over the one who repents is that those of us who are already with him, we have the Father. This is there aren't even words. We have the Father, and everything of his is ours. We have completion, we have perfection, we have all the energy of the universe right right there for us. Which, by the way, I think is one of the beautiful things about meditating on the Bible is what I mean, because all of these things are here for us But if we're not spending time with God in the Word and in meditating on what it means and in receive, because meditation, I think, is how we receive what He's giving us of Himself in His Word. If we're not doing that, then we're not receiving His gifts. And we might be a lot like that older son who just sees it as an obligation and a burden, and feels entitled and feels like he's not receiving the goodness of the Father. And so I just spent some time in my meditation time thinking this morning about, thinking about what it means to be with the Father. What, like, when I say it out loud, it just sounds so cliche, but like really letting that sink in. What does it mean to be with the Father? How is that changing my life? And what is that going to look like when it's explosively true in my life? And what does it mean that everything that's His is mine? And I just started thinking about all of the things. I wish I had my book. I could read you the list. All of the things. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll grab my book when I get home and add the list of things. And the list is probably infinite of the beauty that comes from being with Him and Him sharing all the things of His with us. So that was really really a beautiful moment. Another question mark that really popped up in my mind was trying to dig into the question, or the statement really, that the Son makes when He said that statement that we just talked about, when He said, I have been with you and serving you all of these years, and you never even gave a young goat for me to party with my friends. And I've been wondering, I'm pretty sure that Jesus made that statement, that representation of the heart of the Son, the older son, on purpose. Like, He's trying to tell us something here. I'm pretty sure about that. And I've been trying to just wrestle with that. Like, what is underneath that? What is that statement demonstrating about our hearts? His heart and my heart. And this is what I've come to so far. I think that statement is demonstrating the way that we want to use God's goodies, the things that He offers us, for our own gratification, not for the love of Him. You notice that the Son did not say what he wanted was more time with the Father. What He wanted was to use the Father's gifts so that He could find gratification with Himself and His friends. And so, just to be very specific about that, I was even thinking about how, I'm really into productivity, to a fault. And so, and I know that, God and I have been wrestling this for years, step by step. And I know that connecting with Him is more important than getting things done. But yet I still pray prayers like, God, can we get X, Y, and Z done today, please? And then sometimes I put this burden trying to get through X, Y, and Z. I put this burden on myself. I carry that burden. And in that, I lose sight of Him. And I wonder if that's like me saying to God, would you give me the goat so that I can party with my friends, instead of actually just loving being with Him and trusting that He's going to get me where I need to get and whatever needs to get done today, because surely whatever I think is the most important is not the most important, and He knows what is, and He's going to take care of that. So how audacious and arrogant of me to presume that I should tell God what needs to get done today, and could He please help me take care of that? So A, I don't know what needs to get done. B, the only thing that matters is staying connected with him through the minutes of my day. And so that's just what I've been thinking. I'm thinking maybe I've been complaining about the goat in the party instead of really being with the Father and really receiving everything that is truly his. So those are some thoughts from today. I love you guys, and I praise you, Jesus.